I believe many Cameroonians are aware of this guy. He was arrested by the government of Cameroon in Douala, that is the economic capital of Cameroon, and immediately transferred to Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon. And just because he posted a video on social media talking about and campaigning for voter registration for the upcoming presidential election in Cameroon, and also other videos where he was condemning the government of President Paul Biya, and he was arrested. And many people today in Cameroon, civil society leaders, politicians, are demanding for his immediate and unconditional release. Even TFA Talking Point is also demanding for that, because this is an intimidation from the government of Cameroon. And today I'm going to talk about the main reason why he was arrested by the government of Cameroon. If this is your first time joining TFA Talking Point, do us a favor, subscribe to our channel, also share our video, and then drop your own contribution, your own solution to problem plaguing our society today, because TFA Talking Point is all about proposing lasting solutions to societal problems. And coming back to this, the government of Cameroon, as I told you in many of my videos, is one of the most corrupt government in the whole world, because the government of President Paul Biya has corruption. And for you to understand the kind of corruption that is going operational in Cameroon, you need to reason above normal corruption that we are having in all other countries. And Cameroon is my country. And the main reason why this guy was arrested, he was arrested by the government of Cameroon to instill fear in the heart of all young Cameroonians who are on social media, that you do not have any right to say anything. That if you say anything, the government will come after you. In our constitution, in the preamble, it is stated there that we have freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of association, freedom of movement, freedom of anything that we have. But the government of President Paul Biya have taken all this freedom and has given to us a freedom to become werewolf. We Cameroonians are free to be werewolf. We Cameroonians are free to be frustrated. We are free to be useless. We are free to be poor. But we are not free to complain against the government. We are not free to complain against marginalization. We are not free to complain against maltreatment from the government. We are not free to complain against oppression and repression. We are not free to complain against arrest of people. We are not free to complain against embezzlement and corruption. We are not free in Cameroon to complain against random killing of civilians who criticize the government. But we are free to be poor. We are free to be hungry. We are free to be werewolf. We are free to do as to live any kind of useless life, so far as we are not disturbing the government. This is the kind of freedom the government of Cameroon has given to all Cameroonians. And this guy was arrested. Why? Because he was campaigning for voter registration for the upcoming presidential election, so that we can remove the regime in place. Many people like me, if I was in Cameroon, I could have been arrested soon. And we are not just campaigning for the release of this guy. There are thousands of people in prison today in Cameroon, journalists, people from southern Cameroon who were arrested because of the Anglophone crisis, because they expressed their own opinion. And the government said no, and took them and kept them in prison together with notorious criminals for years. We are demanding, we have been demanding, and we are still demanding that they all should be released, set free. Those arrested as political prisoners in 1992, they are still in prison today. Those arrested in 2017, 2018 because of Maurice Kanto and other opposition parties should be set free. Those who arrested because of the crisis in southern Cameroon should be set free. We have that freedom in Cameroon. It is stated in our preambles of the 1996 Constitution. And President Paul Biya have taken it away from us. They are struggling to regulate social media, to control social media, because they have seen what social media can do. In Kenya, they stood up thanks to social media, thanks to TikTok. And now we are trying to call the attention of our own government because of the wrong thing they are doing. But they turn to arrest. They will release him, they will set him free. But the main issue is that the government want to use him as an example to all young people in Cameroon. That if you say anything on social media, you are in trouble. That is why today in Cameroon, nobody is free or is allowed to talk against the CPDM, the government of President Paul Biya. Nobody is allowed to talk against any elite in Cameroon, any politicians in Cameroon, any top businessman in Cameroon, any government officials in Cameroon. No one person is allowed. And that is what I keep on saying. Cameroon is being governed by the most wicked set of Cameroonians that President Paul Biya selected all over the Cameroon to form his government. And one day, God will help us.